If you're thinking about buying a new iPhone right now, stop, because you might be about to make a 5-figure over a lifetime mistake in miniature, and at the very least waste a lot of money at the worst possible time. Everyone's asking the same question: should I wait for the iPhone 18? And the honest answer is more complicated than any headline will tell you, because this year, Apple is doing something with its iPhone lineup that it has never done before. Get this wrong and you either overpay for a phone that's about to be replaced, or you wait months and months for a model that it turns out wasn't even coming when you thought. So before you spend a cent, let me break down exactly what's coming, when, and who should actually wait. The twist. Nobody mentions. Here's the twist that changes everything, and most people have no idea. For the first time, Apple is reportedly splitting its iPhone launch across 2 different seasons. The premium models, the iPhone 18 Pro, the Pro Max, and Apple's very first foldable iPhone, are expected to arrive in September 2026, right on the usual schedule. But the standard, more affordable iPhone 18, the one most normal people actually buy, is reportedly delayed all the way to spring of 2027. Let that sink in. If you're waiting for the iPhone 18, you might be waiting far longer than you assume. The phone landing this fall is the expensive stuff. The regular iPhone 18 is rumored to be months behind it, so the very first thing you need to figure out is which iPhone you're actually waiting for, because the answer completely changes how long you'll be standing still. What's actually coming this fall? So let's talk about what's genuinely expected this September, starting with the headline act: Apple's first ever foldable iPhone. After years of rumors, leaks strongly suggest it's finally real. A book-style phone that folds open to a display around 7.8 inches, roughly the size of a small tablet, reportedly using Touch ID instead of Face ID. It's also expected to be Apple's most expensive iPhone ever, with rumors putting the starting price at $2,000 or more. Alongside it come the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max, which are expected to look similar to the current Pro models, but pack some real upgrades under the hood. If you want a brand new iPhone this fall, those are your 3 options, and none of them are cheap. If this breakdown is helping you make sense of the mess, do me a favor and hit subscribe. I cut through the rumor noise so you can spend your money at the right time, and every subscriber genuinely helps the channel. Okay, let's talk about whether the upgrades are actually worth waiting for. The real upgrades. So what do you actually get with this generation, and does it justify holding out? The big one is the chip. The 2026 iPhones are expected to move to Apple's new A20 processor, built on a more advanced 2-nanometer manufacturing process. Early reports suggest it could be meaningfully faster and, more importantly, significantly more power efficient than the current chip, which should translate into better battery life and stronger performance for all the new AI features. On that note, these phones are also rumored to carry more memory, reportedly to power Apple's heavily upgraded context-aware Siri, which finally starts catching up to the AI assistants everyone's been using elsewhere. Add in a rumored smaller dynamic island, a sharper front camera, a brighter display, and on the Pro models, a clever variable aperture main camera, and you've got a solid, if not earth-shattering, generational jump. The price reality. Now, here's the part that stings: price. This is shaping up to potentially be one of the most expensive iPhone generations ever. The Pro models are rumored to climb by anywhere from $100 to $200 over the current versions, and as I mentioned, the foldable could start at $2,000 or more. Apple's own leadership has hinted that price increases are hard to avoid this cycle, partly because that fancy new chip is more expensive to make. There's some hope that the eventual standard iPhone 18 will hold closer to its current starting price, but that phone isn't arriving until 2027. So if you buy this fall, you're almost certainly buying into the premium, higher-priced end of the range. That's a crucial thing to weigh before you get swept up in the launch hype. So should you wait? So let's answer the actual question clearly. If you're currently holding an older iPhone, think an iPhone 15 or anything older, then waiting is very likely the smart move. You'll get the new chip, the better efficiency, the extra memory built for the new AI features, and a phone that will stay current and supported for far longer. The jump from an older phone will feel massive, and it's worth a little patience. But if you need a phone right now because yours is broken or dying, or if you were already eyeing a current generation iPhone at a good price, there's honestly very little reason to keep waiting and paying more. A current iPhone is an excellent device, and it's about to get cheaper as the new models arrive. Waiting only makes sense if the specific upgrades actually matter to you. The honest caveat. And here's the honest part. I promise you most hype videos will skip. Almost everything I've described is based on leaks and rumors, not official confirmation. Launch dates can shift, prices can surprise us, and features get added or cut right up until the last minute. Apple only confirms the real details at its event, expected in September, so treat all of this as the current best picture, not gospel. And if you're on the fence, the safest play is simply to wait until that event. Watch what Apple actually announces in prices, and then decide with real facts in hand instead of rumors. There's no downside to letting the launch happen before you open your wallet. About that foldable, and a special word on that first foldable iPhone because it's going to be everywhere and it's going to be tempting. Here's my honest advice. Be very cautious about buying any company's first-generation foldable, even Apple's. First attempts at a brand new form factor almost always come with quirks. Durability questions around the hinge and the screen crease, software that's still catching up to the folding design, and the highest price the device will ever carry. Historically, the second generation of a product like this is dramatically better and often noticeably cheaper. It also tends to hold its value poorly in that first year as the early bugs get discovered. Unless you specifically love being an early adopter and have money to burn, letting everyone else test drive the first foldable for a year is usually the smarter, cheaper move. Admire it, absolutely, but think very hard before you spend $2,000 to be Apple's beta tester. The smart timing move. Here's a money move most people miss entirely, and it works no matter which phone you want. Even if you decide you don't care about the newest model at all, the launch is still the single best time to buy. The moment Apple announces the new iPhones, the previous generation almost always drops in price, and trade-in and second-hand values shift in your favor too. So one genuinely smart play is to wait for the September event, completely ignore the shiny new stuff, and buy last year's excellent iPhone at a fresh discount. You get a phone that's still fast, still supported with updates for years, and costs meaningfully less than it did the week before the event. Waiting doesn't only mean waiting to buy new. Very often, the real win is waiting to buy last year's model smart. So to sum it up, the fall of 2026 is all about the iPhone 18 Pro, the Pro Max, and that first foldable. Premium, pricey, and genuinely interesting. The regular affordable iPhone 18 is reportedly a 2027 story. If you've got an older phone and can hold on, waiting pays off. If you need one now, buy with confidence and grab a current model as prices drop. Either way, don't let launch week excitement rush you into overpaying. If this saved you from a bad timing purchase, smash that like button and subscribe. I'll be covering the actual launch the moment Apple reveals everything, so you'll know exactly what to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.